Why am I so itchy? Like the shower dried out my skin all over. My whole body. First. Good morning, everybody. How is it going? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I hope you guys are too. We're back today. Gonna be playing some more Dead Space 1 Remastered 2023. You know, however you want to call it. Alright, well, you know how we do. Load in, hang out for a second. Wait for everybody to show up. Give people a minute before I just get going here. If you're watching the VOD, just skip like 2 minutes into the future. Well, 2 minutes 15, we'll say. Oh, man. Sorry I'm running a little behind today. What's up, my dude? How's it going? Uh, I was doing, was going pretty well, and then the hot sauce from the other day decided it was time to leave. And yeah, it was an unpleasant experience. Let me tell you that. Um, Cozy sent me a picture, but the text on it is so small, even when I zoom in, I can't read it. That's a pretty good one. Oh man, why am I all itchy? I don't understand. Because I'm running behind. My body's like, you're late. It's time to be itchy. I'm like, I don't want to be itchy. Come on, ads, play. Play through so I can play. Hopefully, Dinobot should be fixed today. Um, it hasn't gone off yet, but you know, I messaged the people who maintain it, and they were like, "Yeah, he should be fixed now." And then he wasn't. So we'll just have to see what happens. Okay. They be playing, they be rolling, and soon I will be rolling too. A rockin' and a rollin', rockin' and a reelin'. Oh, hey, while we're waiting, why don't we try this to see if it works? Well, if I could type. Nope, didn't work. Let me try. Might as well do this while I'm waiting, yeah. See if I can fix the bot. Gotta go fast. Gotta go zoom zoom. Okay. How was that? Hey, Dino worked. Fantastic. Okay, now we should be joining. Did I also not spell it right? Well, that's hey music. It don't exist yet. That's what it is. All right, I also have to make Nightbottom mod. Um, Also, hello VOD watchers who skipped. Okay, I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna ask. Hey, Cozy, uh, can you make Nightbot a mod? All right, well, we'll figure it out. Should I buy Dark Souls? I don't know. Do you like Dark Souls? Have you played Dark Souls before, or do you like the concept of it? Do you like the concept of a like difficult game that like is like fairly challenging to play? Yeah, how could you ever do something like that? What's happening, Ethatch, even if you can't hear me? Your terrible superpower? What's your terrible superpower idea? Lay it on me. I'm not gonna lie, the flamethrower cuts quite like a scenic image when you're dealing with all that. You've never played any Souls-like? So I would say Dark Souls 1 because they are bad. Honestly, if it's not from FromSoft, they usually are. I don't know. I think you could work with that music. I think some people could, do some stuff with that one. People more creative than me. I don't think I could, but I'm sure other people could. I don't care about that. Um, well, I would honestly say, Bober, Dark Souls 1 is the best one to see if you would like it. You're going off on an adventure, huh? Because like all the mechanics aren't perfectly refined in one, but they're good. Yeah, Caesar is probably the biggest like Soulsborne fan I know. Like, yeah, Caesar loves him some Dark Souls 1. That's also fair. And his rival is named Fork Woman. So Bober, I'll tell you, like the first time I played Dark Souls, um, I hated it. I like got out of the tutorial area, went the wrong way, and got my ass kicked by infinitely spawning skeletons. Second time I played Dark Souls, I made it a bit further, got to the Capris demon, and then got fucked up again. And then the third time I played it, I was determined, and I sat through it, and I got through the game, and it was fantastic. Because I will say, and this is definitely true for FromSoft games as opposed to a lot of other Souls likes. The satisfaction you get from like you're stuck on this boss. It's attempt number 8. You're learning his moves. You like when you finally dodge that hit, that attack that has been bugging you for the last 8 attempts, where like every time he does this, you're like, fuck, I can't dodge this. I don't know what to do. And then you finally like you dodge it right, and then it just clicks, and you're like, oh, I dodged this way. And then you like get 3 hits in, and you get like 3 or 4 more hits in, and then you know you get to stage 2 or something. They do such a good job of making that way more satisfying than a lot of games I've played. His name is Ice Cream. Look, man, just because you can't, I think the term is get good. Right? Just get good. FromSoft has also made all the Armored Core games and King Sealed, which is like an older game series, like PS1 and I think PS2 era. I've not played any of the King Sealed games, and I only played Armored Core 6, and it was very difficult. I did not. Yeah, I ain't dealing with whatever's out there. King Seal, yeah. Shadow Tower and Evergrace, apparently, too. I've not played those. Oh, yeah, I killed you already. Oh, I know. I know. Means he's been training. He got that montage. But I gotta say, like, FromSoft, 4 hard games.
Station inaccessible. Please select alternative destination.
Oh yeah, I gotta go there. Less hard games.
Now arriving at flight deck.
I don't know if any of their older games are on Steam. Like, just in general. A deflating balloon arm. The fucking iron arms from SpongeBob. Oh, this way. Or anchor arms from SpongeBob. You just have, like, a character come up and he's, like, flexing the anchor arm. He's like... and it's, like, pumping up and getting bigger. And then it just deflates. Hey, Sim, what's up? That would actually be a really good, like, company logo intro, I feel like. Hydroponics. No, it is an RPG. Yes.
Isaac, if you're near hydroponics, check your helmet filters. That air's not safe to breathe.
Yeah, I smell
You get to level up and put points into things, and
I'm reading a huge mass in food storage. Too big to be anything they grew. It looks like the source of the poison gas. That patient in medical.
you wanted...
That's
Ew, well,
an enzyme, right?
maybe he should figure out to ask you in a reasonable time frame.
Hydroponics log, Dr. Elizabeth Cross. Now that sprinklers are fixed, we're working close to maximum capacity. All flora is thriving, and food yield has created a surplus. I had the surplus packed up so we could send it to the colony. Captain Matthias is strictly enforcing his no-fly.
Hey, I can count on one hand the number of Souls bosses that have taken me more than 10 tries to beat. Well, I'd say more than 15 tries to beat. I can count on one hand. Because honestly, most of the bosses aren't super bad. New Zealand is not, but Old Zealand is sunken music. Oh god! They exploded out of the toilet! Well, that's terrible. I'm glad I didn't witness that. Yeah, we are playing the same games. Look, and I will also say this. Other than Melania from Elden Ring, all of the Souls bosses have been DLC bosses that have taken me more than 15 tries to beat. I think I went the wrong way. Drastically. Um... Probably... I lost to her at least 25 times on stream, and then I fought her a lot off stream. Because I played through Elden Ring twice. The first time I played through it, I wasn't streaming. And the second time I was. So, like, the first time, I didn't beat her on my first playthrough at all. And I probably fought her 20 or 30 times. On my second playthrough, I probably fought her another 20 or 30 times, and then finally beat her. See, to me, I don't count them as... They're hard, they're challenging, but... Whenever I die, and this is especially true in FromSoft games as opposed to non-FromSoft games. Oh, I just need to open that. I know it's usually my fault. Very rarely when I'm playing a FromSoft game am I like, oh god, the game fucked me over here. That was some bullshit. And sometimes they do. You know, like, FromSoft does have to go back and, like, make some adjustments to the games. Like, patch some stuff. Yeah. That's kind of how I look at, like, FromSoft games or Souls-like games. Typically, when I die, I'm like, okay, I died because instead of dodging left when he did this attack, I dodged right. Or I dodged backwards instead of forwards. And you kind of... Well, I'm not saying you'll die 10 times from the same attack. You'll just have to... You'll only die 10 times from the same attack if you don't change what you're doing. You have to, like, oh, if I try to dodge, you know, left when he swings this way, I'm going to get hit by it and it's going to hit me. You're having an urge music? It's kind of worrying to hear. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. In Elden Ring, you can run from like 2/3 of the enemies. You can run from so many things in Elden Ring, it's actually ridiculous. I mean, that's fine. They're not for everyone. You know, like, not everybody has to like Souls-like games. So, trying to think of a good way to describe it. It's an RPG in the sense that you level up, you have, like, skills and attributes, you have, like, strength, dexterity, vitality, all that you level up. But you don't really notice their effect until it's very cumulative. 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 Why can I not say this word? Cumulative. Cumulative. Until it adds up. You're not gonna notice You're not really gonna notice a 1 point difference when you level up. You're not gonna be like, oh, my strength went from 15 to 16, and now I'm swinging like a truck. You might get like 2 extra points of damage going from 15 to 16, but you'll go from 15 to 30, and then you'll be hitting for 1,000 extra damage, and you'll be like, okay, now it's. Nobody would attend that TED Talk. And then things would be thrown at you on the street after you left.
No. Go back. There's no way into food storage. Even if there was, the Leviathan would devour you.
You're Elizabeth Cross, right? This Leviathan, is that what's poisoning the air?
The air. My team has destroyed everything.
Yeah, you get a lot. There's a lot of different weapons.
I just needed liquid nitrogen to complete the synthesis.
There's a lot of different weapons, a lot of rings, or like the trinkets.
Enzyme here.
I don't think you get any shovels. You do get crossbows. No pistols.
Listen, we need to inject it into the Leviathan.
But you get a shit ton of like swords, axes, maces, pole arms, bows, crossbows. I think you might get a gamepad, actually, yeah. It's kind of hard to get. You gotta go through a lot.
They're all connected to the Leviathan, breathing out its toxins. That connection goes both ways.
Okay. So if I get
But you get a shit ton of different, like, variety of weapons. Armor. There's a bunch of different armor.
And they're suffering.
It breaks after you throw it one time. Yeah, but you can take it back to the blacksmith, and he'll be like, ah, I'm Andre, and the gamer rage is strong in you. And I'll just hammer it out for you. Inject Weezers. Oh, I'm just like Buddy Holly. You will need a controller for Dark Souls. If you're playing it on PC. 100%. You never fought a Dark Souls boss? Did you even get to a boss when you played Elden Ring? Other than the tutorial boss that you, like, have to go through. I mean, they did. I just would really not recommend it. So here's the main reason I wouldn't recommend it. If you move the mouse this much in Dark Souls when you're playing with a mouse, it will spin the camera around your character 18 times. I'm not even kidding you. I almost made myself throw up the first time I played the game because I didn't know you needed a gamepad, and I was just like, alright, let's try this. And it's like you threw me in a damn washing machine. Well, see, then... I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent now. Oh, they did fix it at least? Okay. So, one reason I like to beat games, like so many games, is I feel like you kind of can't have as strong of an opinion on games until you've beaten them. It's like, if somebody was reading a book and they're like, yeah, after chapter 5, I just quit reading it. I wasn't a fan of it. Would you, like, really count that as, like, they read the book? Or if they were like, oh yeah, the movie's 2 hours long, but after 45 minutes, I just got sick of it. I turned it off, you know? So, like, that's why, like, whenever I play games, if I don't beat them, I try not to have a very strong opinion on them. You know, I understand, like, some games you can't really have that, you know, mindset with. Like, there's some games... Well, yeah, tell that to a game journalist, right? There's some games that are, you know, 80, 90, 400-hour games. So I understand maybe not having that opinion with games like that. I get that. Um, but that is the main reason I'm like, okay, I'm gonna beat this game because then I can give a fully informed opinion on it. It doesn't get harder because you get better. But yeah, that's where I'm going with that though. For you not to even get to the first boss, for you not to even get to a boss beyond the tutorial one that is designed to kill you, and even if you beat, you die immediately afterwards anyway. For you to like get there and be like, yeah, I didn't really like the game. That's like, I don't want to say it's a bad opinion or it's a wrong opinion. Well, yeah. Did you beat the multi-armed, the Scion or whatever it's called? The DualShocks, I feel like the PlayStation controllers are really good. Um, like the tutorial boss is designed to kill you, right? That's not a. Honestly, my old DualShock 4, the one that came with my PlayStation, still works. The one that came with my PS4 still works. Because it's just a good controller. Um, but like you're allowed to have your opinion of like not liking the game. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong for that. But to go on like a tangent every time it comes up, which I know I go on tangents all the time. The letters are, yeah, I'd agree with you on that. And plus, every PC game defaults to you having an Xbox controller. It's just assumed you have one. Yeah, exactly. Like you have to put some time into it before it's like, I don't like that. And again, not to say like your opinion's invalid on it. You can have an opinion on the game and never have picked it up. That's that's perfectly fine. I would still encourage you to try it before you like come to that conclusion. Oh, well that guy's there. Got an hour and a half until the sale. Well, I guess really then, Bober, the question is for you. Okay, but Bloodborne's an entirely different game. I guess the question though is, Bober, um, do you have enough time to also like? Are you willing to spend the money to also get a controller to play it? Um, just because you feel that way. See, so yeah, Dark Souls 2 and 3 are both good. You got that dog in you. Dark Souls 2 is the worst Dark Souls game, which is like saying this is the slowest Lamborghini, right? Like even being the worst Dark Souls game, that's still better than 80% of games on the market today. But Dark Souls 2 is definitely like... So Dark Souls 2 was made by the same people who did Sekiro, because there's, from my understanding, FromSoft has two development teams. They have their A team and their B team. Their A team made Dark Souls 1, which wasn't supposed to have any sequels. Then their B team... You're not sure if you'll get a controller? Yeah, well, if you're not going to get the controller, then I would kind of recommend not necessarily getting... Okay, but you'll surely... Because you can refund... Ah, that's fair. And then their B team made Dark Souls 2. And I'm not saying like the B team's worse at making games. Like Sekiro is an amazing game. Sekiro is the best game I will never beat. That's what that game is. It's the best game that I'll never beat. I feel about Sekiro how Store feels about other FromSoft games. Where there's some bullshit going on there. We're not gonna get into it. Finally got my shotgun. Well, if you know you can refund it, I would just get it. Yeah. Yeah, Sekiro made me feel like everyone else does, like people who aren't good at FromSoft games feel about FromSoft games. I have no idea. Well, I know you can buy Dark Souls with that. But I don't know what else you can buy with that.
Toxic hazard detected. Toxic hazard cleared.
But actually I was gonna say, I feel kind of bad because I know you played Bloodborne because I was like, dude, play this game. It's so good. Like, I remember specifically, we were hanging out. It was like $10 or something. I was like, you need to play this. $36 packets of milk on a good day? Damn. Call you Mr. Milk. 36 packets, that's how much. I have no idea. Like a quest or some item that's hard to find? That would actually be kind of cool. Not make it a menu setting, but make it like, hey, you can go on this adventure to make the game a little easier. Actually, no, that's already in all the games. You can already do that. You have fond memories of Bloodborne? Yeah, but Bloodborne is described by a lot of people as one of the harder FromSoft games.
Liz Cross again.
Never.
Isaac Clarke, systems engineer.
Unfortunately, it will never be on Steam, Bober, and that makes me incredibly sad.
But I'm looking for
Because I would play
Dr. Nicole.
the fuck out of Bloodborne on PC. I'd still play it on PlayStation.
Yeah,
I still feel like playing it like once a year.
that's how we met.
Oh, that would be amazing. But people have been teasing that for forever.
And since the captain died, they've all snapped.
Because I don't think FromSoft owns the rights to Bloodborne. It's either Blizzard or Sony who owns it. Yeah. Okay, something didn't like that I turned off the jungle ambiance. Which is weird.
Toxic hazard detected.
Isaac, where are you? Help me.
Oh yeah, we got that bot set up. Might be real. I would love it. Let me be very clear here. I would absolutely love it if they were remaking Bloodborne. If they were doing literally anything with that IP other than letting it just sit there and just like rest, I would be incredibly happy. Because Bloodborne is absolutely my favorite game of all time. Just 100% it is. There's no way around it. just the setting, the story, fighting giant Lovecraftian monstrosities as just some dude with a fucking saw blade.
Isaac, I looked up Cross's notes on the... Oh, God. Oh, my God. It is him. 2 doors behind you. Karen. Wait. He's gone. He waved at me. And
Like, I love almost everything about that game. Okay, I can't talk about Bloodborne because I want to go play it.
a glitch on the cameras. It looked like my little brother. Stupid, right? That's not possible.
Okay, I'm getting off the beaten track. I need to go back this way. I'll come this way later at some point for story reasons, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, let's go back to my main gun here. So, strength, if you're playing Dark Souls, in my opinion, anyways, strength is the easy mode for Dark Souls. You build a big stick, oonga boonga, bonk you on the head character, you focus on 3 stats, strength, health, and endurance, and that's your whole build. Those are the only 3 stats you level up the whole time, and you can win the game. Yes. But on Bloodborne, it's Dex. Or skill on Bloodborne. A skill build on Bloodborne is easy mode. Because Bloodborne is a much more fast-paced game compared to Dark Souls. Bloodborne, you get in, you get with the skill weapons, you know, 3 to 5 hits, you get out, you dodge around. But it's a wildly different game to what Dark Souls is. Dark Souls is more slow, methodical. You don't really like sprint in and then go ham. Bloodborne has the health regen mechanic where after you get hit, you can, you know, damage the enemy to gain your health back. So it's just a wildly different game. Yeah, because the first time I played Bloodborne, I did a strength character. And I managed to beat the game. I got through the game with my strength character. I beat the DLC with it. Which, up until Elden Ring came out, the Orphan of Kaz, which is the final boss of the DLC, hardest boss I ever fought in a game. You talk about, Story, you talk about, like, not wanting to fight a boss more than, like, 3 times or whatever. I legitimately fought this dude 50 times. Like, I would just go in and just be like, alright, I'm just gonna learn his stage 1 attacks and dodge for as long as I can. He was a nightmare. But now I can fight him, like, by myself. The last time it was an experience. Rom can be a bit of a bitch. Just because... Didn't spec vitality enough, yeah. I could see that. Ooh, I should buy that. ROM can be a lot. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna move that to storage, but I'm also going to put all the flamethrower fuel in there. Because now we're moving on to the force gun. ROM's a pain because of all the ads he spawns in. She spawns in. Yeah. Me playing those games. You don't need health if you don't. You only need to level up vitality if you're planning on getting hit. Just don't plan on getting hit, you'll be fine. Okay. Okay, I need to go that way later. And I will play the hard version. Cozy says I got that dog in me. But yeah, like, your first playthrough of FromSoft games, definitely put some points into vitality. Do yourself a favor. Look, I'm just saying, if you give me two versions of a game, I'm gonna play the hard one. Well, not always. Like, I'm playing on normal on this one. But you gotta, if you're gonna do that, you gotta make sure your mechanics are, like, as tight as FromSoft is. Right? You can't have, like, weak mechanics.
Don't you dare.
Oh, I'm don't mean like putting them on Steam or anything. Oh, I need to remove the ones from the flamethrower when I get the chance. I just mean like how well the game works. Because everything on FromSoft, like I said earlier, like when I'm playing a FromSoft game, whenever I die, I don't feel like it's the game's fault usually. Very rarely I'm like, oh, this bullshit in the game. Usually it's me not preparing for the bullshit. So like if you're gonna have a hard version of your game, you got to make sure like, oh, I'm not gonna die from walking in, like stepping on this certain rock, or you know, the physics is gonna work with me here. To get a game on Steam, you just need to pay $100. I mean, that's not really terrible if you like have a solid game, I feel like. And they get 30% of the sales. Yeah. Have you looked at the dog shit that some of the dog shit games that are on Steam? I should have another bad Steam game night. I'm honestly not sure. Well, they're actually getting sued over it right now, but the lawsuit's not going to go anywhere. 30% is just kind of the industry standard for a lot of that stuff. God, I'm taking out the whole damn band here. Weezer number 5. They ain't gonna be on an island in the sun anymore. Alright, if you guys want to fight me, come down here. Well, I don't know if companies are really inflating their prices, because a AAA physical copy costs me the same as a AAA digital copy, whether you get it through Steam or not. And out of curiosity, what, like, Epic Games doesn't do 30%. So why don't you try to put your games on the Epic Games Store? God knows they could use the help. See, I think it's pretty reasonable for Steam to take, or Valve to take 30% of your game. Because if you go to buy a game on the PC, where are you going to get it from? You don't have to use Steam. You can get a physical copy. You can get a disc of most PC games still these days. But, I mean, let's be real here. You're going to get it from Steam. I mean, you can get it from Good Old Games, Green Man Gaming, Epic, Game Pass. There's a lot of places you can buy them. You're going to buy it from Steam. Yeah. I don't think Epic can pay me enough. If I ever came out with a game, Epic couldn't pay me enough to put it on there, because 3 people would buy it and 2 of them would try to refund it. What's up here before I leave? Okay, well. Like, yeah, 30% might be, like, kind of a lot. But it's where you're going to sell the games at. Yeah, you can put it on itch. But if you want people to see it, it's Steam.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated. Quarantine lifted.
But yeah, I feel like, yeah, I personally feel like 30% is fairly reasonable for them to take. But I don't have a dog in that fight. You know, I'm not coming out with a game anytime soon.
Toxic hazard detected.
I'm not at any point in time in the near future going to be like, man, they're really gouging me on this one.
Toxic hazard cleared.
So I suppose I can understand why, you know, if you are coming out with a game, it would be frustrating.
Toxic hazard detected. Toxic hazard cleared.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but what percentage fee should they get then? Because if, you know, I don't know the back end stuff of like, oh, there's a little baby thing on the other side here. That's why it isn't moving. I would say probably not, Bober, if it's, you know, you got to deal with all that to play it. Okay, well, I'll circle back around to this.
Toxic hazard cleared.
But so let me ask you then. How much of a pain would it be for an indie studio to build their, like, have their own website, have their own distribution system for the game where, you know, you could go to their website, process the payment, which I know for a fact getting, like, card companies to recognize you as, like, a secure payment processor is a massive pain. Like, I know that is factually true. Like, how much effort do you think that would take them to do? See, that's why the 30% seems reasonable to me. Because I feel like, you know, the amount of work you would have to go through. Exactly. Like I said, if you want your game to be seen, it's going to be on Steam. One hour left before it ends? I wouldn't do it, Bober. No, but Valve has to maintain their servers. They have to maintain, you know, all the stuff on the, like, the side of it. Oh, do I take the elevator up now? I don't. They have to maintain all that and then still make money. No, go back now. What? I'm very confused. Because at 5 to 10%, like, I don't feel like... I feel like it's drastically too low. They moved it, those bastards. Oh, it's on the winter sale now. And you got 2 hours? Well, I mean, at least you got 2 hours. Those bastards. They gave me more time. Where do I get this power cell from? Oh, here it is. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, like, description of it. Because you're not working for Valve. If anything, they're working for you. Because they're the ones doing all the selling of your game. I mean, it's really just like if you had to pay shipping on something, you know, you're paying the middleman. And now there's 0G. How does that help me?
Toxic hazard detected.
This is Liz Cross. Hydroponics. I need to record their name. Hidaka,
I mean, that's fine.
Holly,
I'm not saying I'm necessarily right, and 30% might be high.
Park. So many. I don't know how much gas they took.
No, I think that's just you.
I saw them change. But
Most expensive buy ever on Steam?
even the lungs are so
Honestly, wouldn't that justify them charging more than what the industry standard is, though? Mort the business mogul. Making those monies.
And I'm so scared because I know how to kill the Leviathan. So I have to
Don't sell on Etsy, yeah.
paid for every single
Cozy has done that, and apparently they take like 60% or something, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember. But no, like, if the industry standard is 30%, and they're the biggest game in the market, you're guaranteed, if you put your game on Valve, you're going to get more eyes on your game than any other platform, unless you get, like, special promotion from Epic or something, right? Unless they go out of their way to, like, pump up your game. You're going to get more eyes on it on Valve through Steam than any other way. Wouldn't that justify them charging a higher than 30%? Okay, I guess I'm just going to breathe the toxic gas while I do this real quick. I just got to go fast so I don't, like, suffocate in here. Reset. It's going to cost me... What? Oh, it costs $5,000. Okay, that's fine. I can handle that because we're now into the force gun. Yeah, look, I don't think Valve's gonna hire me to talk them up, because there's maybe like 3 companies I would actually do that for. and Valve is one of them, and that's only because they're privately owned.
Toxic hazard cleared.
But hey, and also, Valve is currently getting sued over that. I don't know why they're getting soloed out for it, because, like I said, a lot of companies charge that much. Yeah, I've heard that before. Because they're trained to find people.
Exiting zero gravity.
And if they were just making money for the sake of making money, I would agree with you. If they were a publicly traded company, I would 100% be like, you know what? No. They have too much money. Let them suffer. They should be paying people 30%. But because they're privately owned, they don't have an obligation to shareholders. And let's be real, Valve hasn't really been super shitty in a lot of regards. They could, yeah. I mean, there's a few of them, Bober, but not a lot, and all of them are bad. I've never played a trackpad game and thought it was done well. I mean, maybe they don't need to, but again, I feel like, again, because that's the industry standard. And are they the ones who first started doing that? Did they set the industry standard?
Just a repair mission, they said. Not this. Not seeing my dead brother on the fucking camera. All this death. Imagine what the marker could do in the wrong hands.
This is about CEC again.
Just thinking. If some corporate asshole tries to take the marker, you and me could do something about it.
You're leaning pretty hard on that if.
Oh, come on. Where's Hammond? What's he doing?
I don't know. If I don't focus, we'll run out of air before it matters.
Yeah, but nobody's buying their games on Epic. I have Epic installed on my computer, just for their free games, and I haven't even downloaded any of their free games. Like, yeah, Epic's a competitor, in the sense that I'm competing with fucking, I don't know, who's the largest streamer on Twitch right now. No, I am more of a fan of, like, independent sales, like, you know, buy directly from the company if you can. Oh god, I gotta go. I'm gonna die. Yep, there it is. But just, like, your odds of getting sales. I think we're being nice here. We're having a civil conversation. You know, I don't think anyone's getting upset about it. Oh, you meant companies? Oh, okay. Alright, well, I might die soon. Through no fault of my own.
Exiting zero gravity.
I mean, Epic...
Gravity.
People can succeed on Epic, and I'm happy for everyone who did. Okay, well, Cozy gets to pick the topic of conversation now.
Entering zero gravity.
But I do want to finish this thought real quick. I am happy for all the people who succeeded on Epic. I'm glad their games have sold well. I'm glad they're like doing good with it. Um, but Epic is an inferior store overall. Like, from my understanding, how long did it take them to have a search function? How long did it take them to have, like, you know, some very, very basic functionality? Can you do a refund on Epic? Like, if I bought a game on Epic, decided I didn't like it, and,
Stand clear of the
like,
filtration tubes.
wanted to refund it, can I do that? I know this whole thing started with you talking about Dark Souls. Yeah, just one ongoing argument the whole time. Alright, yeah, Cozy's got her point. You used her points. So we're gonna do a topic change. My bingo wheel is too far away. Oh yeah, you get to pick. Yeah. Everyone's favorite Pokemon? Alright. I personally, so I haven't played Pokemon in quite a few years. It is a tie between Slowpoke and Psyduck. Bruh, I blasted all the skin off your body. That's actually really fucking cool. I mean, that's kind of disgusting, but that's really cool.
Warning. Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning. Stand clear of filtration tubes.
I liked I liked Psyduck because he would just like be useless 90% of the time, and then every 10th time he came out, he would just absolutely obliterate everyone with a psychic blast. Rapidash, I feel like, is a good answer. Sandshrew is also good. I mean, they're all pretty cute from Gen 1.
Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning. Stand clear of filtration tubes.
I feel like it's with the newer gens where they're like, oh yeah, this is a sword. This Pokemon's actually just a sword. Okay. I blasted that guy's skin off and he just like disappeared into the ceiling. Spider-Man, but just a regular spider.
Warning. Thermodynamic purifiers malfunctioning. Stand clear of filtration.
Okay, let's go this way.
Toxic hazard detected. Toxic hazard cleared.
Yeah? What are you gonna do, skinless, huh? I love the Force Gun so much.
Warning. Thermodynamic
Oh, now I go this way.
malfunctioning. Stand
But yeah, maybe we should do another bad game night here soon. Or bad game day. Because I don't really stream at night. But I have the original DualShock 4 that came with my PlayStation 4. That came out. I got my PlayStation 4 when Fallout 4 came out. So, a while, if you're careful with it. The only thing that is wrong with that one is one time I accidentally like stepped on my headphones and like the audio jack broke off inside the thing. Oh, without charge? When you first get them, I'd say probably like 4 to 6 hours, but then, you know, they kind of go down over time a little bit.
The Leviathan's metabolism is slowing.
Cross, something's up.
It must have worked. You gave it enough enzyme to dissolve a freighter. Okay, I'm unlocking food storage. Quickly get back there and space the bastard while we have the chance.
They do. They really do. I actually, with my current setup, I prefer wired, just because I'm never more than like 4 feet away from whatever I'm doing. Like I can reach out and touch my monitor right now. I could reach out and touch you guys if I wanted to. So I don't like wireless is actually very inconvenient for me because then I have to like charge shit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be down for wireless, like, electricity in general. That would make arranging things so much easier. Pig face mon. I told you, my name is Dave, and I just look like this. Yeah, that's even better. I told you, my name is John Pork, and I just look like this. God. I'm not a fucking Pokemon or Digimon or whatever bullshit. But yeah, maybe here soon I'll try to get $20 to $30 set aside and... Hold on. Apparently that statement made Cozy really sad. Just, maybe soon I'll have $20 or $30, you know. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. Could we just like take our dog out in a Pokeball if they were real? Yeah, that would make going to visit, like, Cozy's family so much easier. We don't know what it's like inside a Pokeball. Maybe it's great for him. And then he just, like, pops out of it and he's in the backyard. He's like, oh, this is fantastic. There's a fiance and fiancé. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm gonna buy that upgrade for this. That's coming out in the next gen, Bober. Employer, employee. Hey Icarus, what's up? Oh, it's fiance and fiance. They're pronounced as... Well, that's even worse. Just woke up. Nice. Oh, also, I want to mention, I thought of a sub goal reward for you guys. Loosely based on what Nikki was talking about the other day, and on the Discord, because I can't get any Strollsturming, whatever it is. The really stinky fish. I can't get any of that right now. And even if I couldn't eat it on stream because I can't eat it in the apartment. Cozy would not let me, and I don't have a way to stream outside. Oh, hell yeah. I love everything that's damage over time. Do I have the plasma cutter fully upgraded? Well, for the most part. So we're gonna hold off on that, but we'll make the next sub goal if I get to what's my sub goal? What do I need to be at? Yeah, 50. If I get to 50 subs, I will eat plain, like straight sardines right out of a can. The only thing I would be allowed to do is like drain the liquid that they're in, so that way I don't spill that all over the place. But I will just like straight up eat some sardines right out of the can. Just. So if you guys want to see me get to, or if you guys want to see me eat some sardines like that as a sub goal reward. You really don't. What, so the hot sauce was okay, but the sardines are a bridge too far? No, sardines are little fish. Just don't look everywhere. Yeah. I think everyone, like, it's because it's just plain out of can fish. Yeah, Cozy just made like a retching noise in the other room.
We need more enzyme.
There's no time. I'm going in. Maybe I can cut it loose.
The Leviathan has a 10-kiloton mass. Do you really need me to tell you this is a bad idea?
Well,
I do like fish.
good ideas. So, guess what's left?
Entering zero gravity.
Yeah, a lot of people say it's not good. That's a good way to describe it. It's a popular opinion that it's not good. Well, based on reactions, I feel like Store and Icarus are both of the opinion that it's not good. Well, the oh god no ew kind of gave it away. If I'm being honest with you, you know, that was a slight indicator. But you know, little context clues like that make it possible to know.
Toxic hazard detected.
Don't toxically hazard me.
Filling all its gas reserves. It must be close. Isaac, finish it off.
Ah. Well, talk to these guys about it then, Bo, because apparently, like, I don't know if I'll enjoy it, but I don't think it'll be the worst thing in the world, you know. I think I'll manage it. Do I have to fight this guy in, like, space proper now? Oh, okay. Yeah, same. I love fish. You're just full of controversial takes today, aren't you, Store? Drum soft is bad. Fish is bad. You just want to fight today, huh? Only 27% of Americans like sardines. Well, my dad's in that 27%. I'll also offer an alternative choice of anchovies if you guys would prefer to see that one. Because they're easy to get.
The air quality's improving. There's still pockets of gas here and there.
I said sardines specifically because you can get them from the store pretty easily.
Jacob,
You can just like go buy a little tin of sardines, peel it back.
who was on the mining deck was
They're just in there,
He
vibing.
said they were building an SOS beacon.
Did they finish it?
He said it was nearly done, but I haven't heard from him in a while. I can't leave yet. I need to make sure the air is safe to breathe. But if you can find that SOS beacon, call for rescue.
I will. Mining deck. Okay, got it.
Well,
If I meet Jacob,
Tell him
I mean, there's
he's all I want to see.
no like there's tuna, sardines, anchovies. I'm sure there's other fish too. I just know other than
Isaac, there's a short
like
You're crossing.
tuna, sardines are like the most common one to find.
Goddamn. We might actually get out of this nightmare.
You don't want to see either? Well, if everybody is violently opposed to it, like we can do a different one. I thought it would be entertaining, but if everybody's like, I'm going to vomit if you do that, then I won't. So I guess I'll leave it up to. Yeah, I like tuna too. You ate tuna paste? Ew. That sounds not good. I don't think I would like tuna paste. I like regular tuna. Even three-na sometimes. Four-na is a little much for me.
Station now accessible. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, I couldn't think of any. Like, I just thought of that one last night after Nikki suggested the stroma stirring or whatever it's called. So I thought the sardines would be funny.
Systems are running haywire.
Well, it's not gonna be purely just like, hey, I'll eat this. I'll eat a bug for $5.
I'll check the mining control room. The launch
Like, we're not gonna get to that point, you know.
Hammond? Where are you?
I'm not gonna be like, oh, what's that?
those things are everywhere.
And a praying mantis? Yeah, $10. We're not going down that road. But I'm not opposed to
Hammond!
like edible regular food is not like a horrible idea.
Whoa, there's something near you. A sealed room. Some kind of.
Candied crickets? I've actually had candied crickets before. I liked them. They were good, except
I could have put it to work.
Alright, have a good one, my dude. I'll catch you later. I'll be here.
No,
Um,
lockdown's a custom
You know how when you eat popcorn, you always get like a popcorn kernel stuck in the back of your throat? That happened with a cricket wing, and it's a weird feeling. Or like a leg or something. Part of the cricket got like stuck on the back of my tongue here. Also, store, if you haven't left yet, remember, leave the stream open so you can get those channel points so you can get that custom rule set. Candied scorpions? I've never had a candied scorpion.
Level 3 security clearance required.
Just eat candies. Yeah, guys, if I get to 50 subs, I'm gonna eat a piece of candy on stream. Doesn't have quite the same, like, effects. You know, I've had all that before, and honestly, it's not bad. It's not like it tastes bad or anything.
This is weird. 2 of the mining subducts are locked down, even though all systems are running. I'm gonna figure this out.
Candied, you know, whatever. Candied cricket. Had, I think they were like mealworms, that were like cheese flavored. 100 subs gets what? A financed? Affianced. I don't know what that means. Oh. Apparently that means engaged. To a tree. Don't scream at me. Bobert, you've heard me with languages. Do you think I can put 2 and 2 together for that? You want to get engaged for love, not subs? Remember, love, not subs! No, I want to save those to use as weapons. I want to eat the body up and over like... Oh, it's bouncing. Oh, cool. Took so much damage it shut down. Convenient. Well, mayhaps I'll try to think of something else then. Okay, it's too late. Cozy announced it. So if we get to 50, I'll eat some sardines. Right out the can.
Security request retrieved.
Cozy offered to blend them into a smoothie, and that made it 1,000 times worse in my head. You want to eat sardines? Maybe one day I'll be able to send you a can of them, Bober.
God Almighty sent. You skim from CEC's profit margin, we get screwed. God? So you can
put that osmium down, or I can break your arms first.
I worked with people like you on Aegis 7. They'd steal my power nodes. Leave me...
Better is a rough word there.
Hey, hey! Get off me!
But when
You know, it'll be much worse.
it's not empty. The marker whispered its revelations there. Now I understand them. Do you want to hear?
Warning. Untrained personnel may not use suit kiosks.
No, no! Stop! Please!
I said please when they shut me in. Screamed it too. I promise I won't laugh like they did.
Okay.
Suit kiosk is obstructed. Serious injury may occur.
That way it'll be actually entertaining instead of...
Incident report filed to Bridge by Dr. Nicole Brennan. See related rig activity.
Can I leave this room now? Thank you. Hey, buddy. You good? You good? Yeah, oh no, creme brulee. I'm not going to be drinking a sardine smoothie. There is not a power in this world. Well, let me rephrase. Definitely not for 50 subs. There might be a power in this world, not 50 subs. We're actually gonna buy ammo here. I don't know what it would take for me to drink a sardine smoothie. Which way am I supposed to go? That way? Okay. Well, let's poke around a little bit here. No sardine smoothie. It would be. That's... Again, at least not for only 50 subs. It might happen for more. I'm not gonna say a number. Yeah, I think it's more the fact that I would have to drink it that would make me feel sickly. The smoothie kind of sounds good. I'll take your word for it. Because that sounds just 1,000 times worse to me. It really does. Yeah, and I like fish. I don't like drinking my fish.
Launch tubes sealed. Please contact Supervisor Dallas for authorization.
Finally getting somewhere with the mining duct systems. Got the SOS beacon?
No, and the launch tubes are sealed. I need a deck administrator's rig to get them open.
The deck admin is Supervisor Dallas. He's on the processing subdeck. I've got rig activity for a Jacob Temple 2. Maintenance subdeck.
Mostly just because, again, it would be plain by itself.
Just hope you can reach it through these malfunctions.
Not malfunctions. Traps.
Oh, you mean it's a good idea? I don't know about that.
Okay, I'll unlock the subdecks. Just make sure that beacon's not wired to anything.
But Bober, whenever I eat canned tuna, I've never had canned meatballs, and I don't know if I would. But, like, I'm not eating that stuff like, oh, yeah, just give me some tuna right out the can. But Store does have a good point. I would like to come up with some non-food related ones. Yeah, the drink would legitimately make me sick just because, like, the smell of it. Or, like, the texture of it. I like Spam. I would have no issue eating an entire can of Spam. I would be perfectly fine with that. That's not suffer. That's like, all right, well, I'm having some Spam now. I wouldn't have to, but like, could I like cook it in any way? Like, could I have it? Yeah. You misspelled supper.
If you find this, I'm off deck, but I'll be right back. I got a call from another survivor. He sounded terrified. I'm gonna lock up the SOS beacon and go and get him. Best launch window's not.
I gotta blend it with the fish. Yeah, that would be suffering again because I have to drink it. Look, at any point in time, if I have to drink meat, I'm not vibing with that. That's where the suffering comes in. That I have to drink it. Where did you things come from? Okay, well, I'm out of heals now. Could you stop? Oh, just like a mouthful of Spam and a mouthful of sardines at the same time? I could probably handle that. I don't know if I'd like it, but I could probably handle it.
Security request retrieved.
Dallas here. Security to the mining deck now. Dr. Kyne's lost it. Get back!
Yeah, just like a mouthful, like take a bite of Spam, a bite of tuna. Or not tuna, sardines. That I could probably manage. That, I think I'd be fine. Because even if I didn't like the sardines, I would be able to, like, I just focus on the Spam, I guess. Like, that I could probably manage. That'd be actually... The only problem with that would be it's kind of a lot of food for me to eat in one sitting. A can of sardines and a can of tuna at the same time. Or, not tuna, Spam. I don't know why I keep doing that. That's a little bit for me at once. The motherfucker really ran up on me just to make me buy a med kit. You can't? I feel like I've done that in the past. I don't need 3 of these. Yeah, Cozy has one and uses it semi-frequently. Oh, you can. Goddamn, you right. You right, Bober. You right. Do I go through there? You got anything on me? On you? No? Okay.
Entering zero gravity.
The administrator's rig should be in the processing control room, but someone tripped the failsafe. The control room door can't open till gravity is restored, but the system won't reset the gravity while there's loose debris.
Is the processing beam still running? Stand by.
Destroyed.
Okay, well this is easy to manage.
Anomaly destroyed.
Don't throw things at me, baby.
Anomaly destroyed. All free-floating anomalies destroyed. Gravity can now be restored.
Jump at me. Jump at me. Jump at me. No, that's the wrong. Jump at me. Yeah, there you go. You can just have it plugged in forever. Same, in all honesty. Like I said, I like having all my controllers and all that be wired is just very convenient because I'm very close to my stuff.
Gravity restored. Processing control room is now accessible.
Oh my god. I don't want to explode. Yeah, she's like stylized in there. Has all that, and she gets real into playing on it like once every 3 months for like 3 weeks. And then she doesn't play PC games other than that. And it really irritated me. It didn't irritate me, but it annoyed me. Back before I had like a decent PC. Because she wouldn't. And it'd be like, you went through all that trouble, got yourself a nice gaming computer, and you don't even play on it. She's like, yeah, I don't want to right now. I'd be sitting out here like, alright, well, I'm playing, yeah, 3 monitors. Okay, one's a laptop, though.
And I cannot let that happen to me. At least if I don't have any limbs, I can't kill anyone when I'm infected.
Who's here?
They're gone. The kids.
The administrator's rig changed location. You got it?
I got it. I'll check the maintenance subdeck for Temple Speak.
Yeah. Hey, she doesn't play Roblox. She plays Sims. She got a real fancy computer and all that to play Sims and Stardew. One of those things is not like the others. One of those things just doesn't belong. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to apologize. I was reloading. I'm gonna yeet a leg at your head. Oh, damn. He fucking got me. Just 4 other cozy games queued to play. And Epic Mickey 2. The question is, will she play any of them before this year's over? Yeah, she even answered that. She's like, no. She won't. Meanwhile, I've got like 15 more games I gotta get through before the year's end. I don't have to, but I'm challenging myself. We've got the Doom games, we've got Half-Life, and then all the Channel Point Redemption games. I believe in you, Bober.
Make it stop. Make it stop.
What? That was the marker.
I am so cold right now.
No. I didn't see anything. I lost Hammond signal again. Just get the SOS beacon. I want off this fucking ship.
Oh, it's getting cold. It was down in the teens last night. It's not supposed to get above like 34 today. Which is like in Celsius, like 2 degrees. Okay, everything's dead. See, it's cold outside, and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's 0? Oh, God, yeah, well... I mean, yeah, that's about what it is here. It'll be negative 15. Ew. That's probably what it was here overnight. I hate these little things so much. I never know they're about to show up until they're already on top of me and I can't do anything about it. Would you pick up the thing that's worth 10 grand? Thank you. Well, he's locked in there forever now. Where the fuck is Indiana? Is Indiana? The Midwest?
Nicole? Sorry, Isaac. Look at the time difference. I'll call you back later.
It's okay. How you doing?
Good.
I don't know. Go to New York and then drive 8 hours.
Lucky to be serving.
We'll enjoy it while it lasts. They're gonna decommission her next year.
Isaac, thank you.
I don't know. It's pretty country around here.
First, this is you did this.
Ow!
I never would have done
Well, just remember, I'm giving you up for 6 months so you can do this.
You know what? We left
Oh, well, I'm not going in there.
Oh, take it easy. Hello, Nikki. Great.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's gonna be cold this winter. And I am not looking forward to it. I am not about the cold. Like, here in a minute when I go make food, I'm probably gonna put a jacket on. I might have finished those off. I'm pretty sure the mic picked up her wailing no from the other room. Because I was hungry and I thought I could eat them. It was loud. She was very upset. I finished those off Sunday. Sounded awfully Japanese. Well, that's just kind of weird. Yeah, I finished those off a little while ago.
Isaac.
Hey lady, do I know you?
Oh my god. I can't believe you're here.
I thought I'd never see you again. I'm gonna get us home. There's an SOS beacon nearby. We can call for help.
The beacon.
Yeah, well, apparently when there's no mashed potatoes, she sounds very Japanese. The bitch from Wolfenstein. Well, she's here in space now.
Unlock the workshop from here.
Nicole, there's so much I need to tell you.
I know. We'll have time, I promise. Let's get you that beacon. Everyone's counting on us.
I'm gonna yeet this at her head. Okay, I hit the wrong button. Get away from me! I'm trying to spend some quality time with the ghost of my girlfriend.
It's done. The workshop's open. I've never seen you at work. You're a surgeon with that thing.
I got your back. Okay. How do I...
Bring his whole body over here so I can stomp on him for loot.
Stocks everywhere. I'll catch up.
You see any more? You hide. Okay?
Cross my heart. I love you, Isaac. It's back.
Yeah, make us whole again. I got you, don't worry. I have no idea what I just picked up.
Isaac, I lost your rig signal, like Hammond's.
I'm good.
Okay, go back up.
Nicole helped me out.
Nicole's there.
We got separated. She'll find her way back.
She's a trooper, huh?
I'm heading back to the mining control room. I'll launch the beacon. You Watch out for Nicole.
Assuming the system doesn't fizzle out again. Stay sharp.
Beat that guy up. Get this power node. Okay, come on. I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. We'll go 0G. I'll float. Okay, I mean, is there anything down here besides just flesh monstrosities? Not really? Okay. I got a little money. Okay, save. And I think I'm gonna stop there for a second just to go get something to eat. Give me a minute. I'll be right back, and we'll keep going. That's a weird sentence. But yeah, apparently the mic picks that up really well. Alright, I'm back. Oh, man. Hey, what's up? Well, thanks for the, thanks for the support, Julius Joe. I appreciate that. I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing for people like you who enjoy the entertainment that I try to provide. Right? It's so nice that the bots like my entertainment. Hopefully, when the robot uprising happens and they begin killing humanity, they remember that they like my entertainment.
Exiting zero gravity.
Hey, come on, let's go! I was actually really hoping to beat the game today, and then I started 10 minutes late, and just, I know it's not going to happen.
Warning. Power failure.
Now, why did the power happen to fail, huh? It's okay. I know you did your best with the announcement emojis. I have no idea what he's talking. Nobody tells Store, but I don't know what he's talking about right now. Yeah, come down here. I'll see you later. Oh god, I'm scared. Can the power come back on now?
Power restored.
Thank you. Wait, I have things to sell. Ooh! And a new suit to buy. Hell yeah! Hey, I'm sorry I missed the meeting. I've just been really busy lately. I have a lot going on. Could, like, we do it over Zoom and, you know, just so that way I can do it from home and kind of work around some stuff? You know what? Yeah, sure, we can do that. That's fine. You know, I want to help you out. Starts the Zoom call. Where the fuck is this dude at? So they're clearly like failing or whatever the consequences are.
Clearance confirmed.
That reminds me of a dude I worked with. So at one of the hotels I worked at, they had this deal where they might not be. Well, shit. Yeah, I would have shown up to that meeting. So one of the places I worked at had this deal. Was called like a 40-hour bucket, and that was like your how your off days work, or not your off days, how like your call-in worked. You had 40 hours you could call in, and you know it was like this bucket of 40 hours. And it wasn't just like call in. You could, you know, you could ask to leave early, and it would like count as like taking time out of that 40 hours. And a lot of the valets would use it because, you know, if they get paid mostly for parking cars. There's no point, if nobody's showing up, there's no point in them hanging around for, you know, 5 hours. So a lot of times when it was slow, they would be like, hey, can I leave an hour early tonight or 2 hours early? Because there's no real reason for me to be here.
This is our best shot, Kendra. I'm taking it.
And usually they would let him. But this guy, he went through all 40 hours of his, like, his bucket by asking to leave, like, 2 to 5 hours early some nights. And then they were like, they were going to schedule a meeting with him, like, where they were going to be like, look, you're past your 40 hours. You've been calling out and leaving early and all that too much. And they were going to be like, look, as long as you don't do it as often, you'll be fine. You can keep your job. All that good stuff. And then the motherfucker didn't show up to the meeting. He called in for the meeting. And then, like, I kind of knew this dude outside of work. And he, like, texts me afterwards. He's like, can you believe they fired me? I was like, motherfucker, yes, I can believe they fired you. I can't believe it took them so long. That's the unbelievable part of this. I can easily believe they fired you. That's one of the most believable things I've heard in years. Like, there was one night, I remember. So, at this job, if there were no valet, like if none of the valets, yeah, he's not a smart guy. Another story, he built a computer, like, you know, got all the pieces for it, got all the parts for it, built it, him and his dad did. Went to turn it on, it didn't work. Like, it didn't turn on, which, you know, happens sometimes. That's why if I was ever going to build a computer, I would get somebody who knows what they're doing to put it together. Didn't work. Didn't turn on. He tells me this story. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Well, you know, you can take it to a computer shop. They can probably figure it out. And he's like, yeah, I might do that. And then he's immediately like, hey, you want to buy it off of me? I'm like, well... how much do you want for it? I'm not saying no, but... He's like, I don't know, it's probably $1,000. And I'm like, no. I'm not paying you $1,000 for a computer that you built that will not turn on. And he's like, oh, well, you know, that's like the retail cost of it. And I'm like, you regretted that decision immediately? I'm sure you did. That's why, like, I would gladly pay somebody $100 to put it together. If I want to spend all that money to buy all the parts, I'll spend an extra 100 to make sure it's put together correctly. But yeah, dude was like, yeah, I built it and it doesn't work. Do you want to buy it off of me for $1,000? Do you want to pay full retail price for this computer? And I'm like, no, I don't want to pay full retail for a computer that doesn't work.
You will figure out a plan?
The asteroid's held by a few gravity tethers. There's no emergency shutdown. I'll have to disable them the hard way. Plant the SOS beacon on the surface.
But yeah, I'm like, why would I buy it off of you for $1,000? He's like, well, that's the retail cost of it. I'm like, yeah, that's the retail cost for a functional computer. That works. He's like, all right, like 800. I was like, no, I would give you $300 for it because I'm sure there's some pieces in there that are worth at least $300. He was not interested. But no, and so another thing I was going to mention. At one point, there's a yeah, exactly. I might have to spend another $500 on parts to get it to work. So before he was fired, I'll always remember this. There was a there was a semi-regular down at the casino. And as I mentioned, you know, when all the valets left, I was valet for the night. And this dude was fairly well known by the fact that anytime he showed up, he didn't want people to park his car.
Gravity tether disengaged.
He wanted to park it in valet himself and then get it himself. He just wanted it in valet so it would be like secure. And he was allowed to do that. We let him. And he would tip you $20 every single time, and all you had to do was hand him the keys. It turned once and wouldn't work again after that. Well, yeah, you gotta... It was not a bad job. Oh, I flew in that. I shouldn't have done that. No, it really wasn't a bad job. But this dude, that was literally it. I mean, typically the valet did have to park and then like pull a car around for the guests. This guy just didn't want people to touch his car. Like, he wanted to be the only one to drive it. He just wanted it parked in valet so it was like secured. Which, hey, that's fine, man. You want to do that? He'd give you $20 whenever he dropped his keys off and $20 whenever he picked his keys up. Every single night, without fail. Oh, that's when the cat's screaming. I thought Cozy was, like, screaming from the bedroom. But he comes up to the desk. That's his one key left in the valet area, was this one guy. Guaranteed $20. And he always left right around the same time. He always left between like 1 and 2 in the morning. Oh. And it was like a little after 1, I want to say. And he comes up to the front desk. He's like, hey. Yeah, you didn't want anybody finding a spike. Hey, whatever, man. You're tipping me $20 to hand you your keys. I don't care what your reason is. He comes up to the front desk. He's like, hey, can I leave early? I only have 1 key left over there. And, like, my manager knows this guy's here because he's a regular, you know. They keep track of that stuff. So she's like, wait, isn't the 1 key you have the guy who tips $20 for just handing you his keys back? He's like, yeah, but I really want to go home. She's like, you don't want to just sit over there and play on your phone for an hour to make $20? Because he left at 2. He was asking to leave an hour early, and he's like, no, I just want to go home and, you know, leave. Like, if you want to, it's. She was like, she left the decision up to me. She's like, are you fine with like running over there in an hour if you have to? I'm like, for $20, for $20, I'd dance my way across the hotel. She's like, all right, you can go home if you want. And he went home, and about 5 minutes later, the guy calls and he's like, hey, can I get my keys? I'm like, yeah, I'll be right over. I have to do it from the outside here. New sub goal, watch me do a funny dance. I'll hit the gritty on stream. Oh, I was trying to land on the ceiling. Yeah, I can make my sub goal, you know, I get 50 subs or whatever we're at. I'll hit the gritty. Oh shit, he hit the gritty!
Exiting zero gravity.
I mean, maybe. Well, he wasn't in high school. He was, I mean, he had graduated. He was like 19 or 20. But he wasn't like, you know, a high schooler, because it was 2 in the morning. Like, I kind of get it, but literally it was lean on a counter. Like, you didn't even have to lean. You could sit down. It was sit down, play on your phone for an hour, and make $20 cash. So you didn't even have to declare it as, like, you were supposed to, but, you know, they don't. I mean, yeah, they declare some of them. You know, you got to be believable about it. If you're doing a cash tip job, you can't be like, oh yeah, oh, I gotta go get the fucking battery again. Damn it. If you're doing like a cash tip job, you can't be like, oh yeah, I got 0 tips for this week. It was wild. This is our busiest week of the year, and I personally saw you park 30 cars. Are you telling me you got 0 tips for that? Yes. Yes, I am. You'll get fired immediately. Hold on. So the real reason is if your employer has to make sure you're getting paid at least minimum wage. So if you work a tip position, they can pay you $2.33 or whatever an hour because the tips compensate and bring you up to minimum wage. But if you don't make tips to make minimum wage, they have to start paying you more on the hour to make it up to minimum. So that's the real reason they want you to declare your tips. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to declare it for like tax purposes and stuff. But they don't want to have to pay you actual minimum wage. Yeah. And again, they're supposed to make sure you did, I'm pretty sure. Or at least that's what I was told at the time. Oh no. But yeah, that's why they wanted you to declare your tips, not for your sake, for their sake. I go back and get this damn battery. Yeah, I don't plan on it, you know, and all. Actually, since I'd be working the front desk, I don't think it'd be that bad for me. It would probably be fairly quiet. I don't imagine I'd have to do a lot. Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. I could read, work on other projects a lot. That's one thing I like about my job. I don't really have to do a lot. I can read. Honestly, I'd like to start, like editing some of my streams down to smaller, like, highlight reel videos. But I need to get a laptop. I could do it at work. But I need to get a laptop first.
It's working. The beacon's online.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'll align the receiver.
If you ever work at a hotel, front desk is a job to have. So, as it was explained to me when I had my first hotel job, the front desk is technically always in charge. So if we were ever in a circumstance where there was something going on and there wasn't a manager around, I was in charge of the, like, what was going on.
Quarantine shit with that hunter there. The system can't lift the lockdown.
Override the manual door release.
I'll try. Damn it! The explosion's right passenger. Almost there. Hold it off. I got it. Get the manual release.
Manual release is ready.
Damn it! Try the door now.
Quarantine lifted.
So, like, that was kind of nice, because, you know, technically you're in charge of things. I wasn't a huge fan of it when I was, like, 22 or whatever. And it was, like, my first real job. I don't count working overnights at a gas station as my real, like, a... I'm not gonna say it's not a real job, but I didn't do anything. Common theme in a lot of my employment history. That I don't do a lot. But that one I really didn't do jack shit. There'd be a small rush when the factory workers nearby got their lunch break and came in and hit up for, like, the deli sandwiches. And those were the only people I'd talk to for, like, the whole night. It was kind of nice, actually. Okay, force gun, yes. Yeah, it would be. Especially because I've hit a point in my career. Well, I use that term loosely. I'm sure there's some hotels that are already trying it. It will go poorly for a lot of people. The closest Well, yeah, I haven't either, but I'm sure there's places like trying to get it to work. The thing is, so the only thing with it is, you would have to be able to verify that it's the person checking in, because we have to check ID and all that. I'm just fucking... I'm just leaving. So, like, you would have to have people scan their own IDs on, like, a scanner of some nature, and I feel like a lot of people wouldn't trust that. But the closest I could see it being is, like, a self-checkout at Kroger or whatever, where it's, like, 10 lanes, and there's one person who has to bounce back and forth constantly.
I'm aligning the... Wait. Array receiver not responding. Oh, shit.
The comms array. We never fixed it.
Cozy says they have some.
Broken encoder.
Then let's hope that 48 hours estimate was wrong, too. No comms, no rescue. Take the tram to the bridge. I'll hack open the door to communications. You see what's happening with the array.
Yeah.
And don't worry about Nicole.
It would be a problem. I don't think I would like that, because I feel like it would make me busier, actually. I feel like I could check in 10 reservations faster than the computer or whatever could. I'm gonna be the modern day John Henry. Racing the self-check-in machine. Till my heart explodes. And I die. Yeah, I'm just checking people so fast, I'm just like... Then my heart explodes. Just in my chest.
Clearance confirmed.
And then they'd write folk songs about me. Go to the bridge. Which way is... Oh, yeah, in here. Wait, didn't I have a bonus mission to do in mining? Well, I don't know if I will. Okay. Let's say, am I just stuck here? Am I trapped forever? Forever and ever?
Now arriving at the bridge.
We did it. Isaac, a ship just shocked in. The USM Valor. They must have heard our SOS.
That fast? What's a military ship doing way out here?
That's real coincidental, huh?
Whatever, right now I take a rescue from a fucking magpie. Head for communications. Once we fix the comms array, we can get all the answers we need.
Alright, I might have to do a bonus stream. This week to try to finish this. Because I would like to finish it. I would like to start next week fresh. Because, you know, we got a lot of stuff going on in December. So, actually, on the note of bonus streams, that is going to be one of the wheel choices for when I get my sub goal. The only reason I haven't set that up yet, I was working on it last night, and I realized that none of the wheels, the, like, wheel spin things I found, let you do, permanent ones. Like, I wasn't able to, like, save my wheel to pull it up later. So every time I wanted to do it, I'd have to type in all the options again. Which is, at the very least, inconvenient. Oh god. But one of the options on there will be a bonus stream. Where I would come back like either Wednesday evening or maybe Sunday. Or maybe a Saturday morning. You know, I'd have to talk to Cozy to see what times would work best for her. But yeah, like bonus stream would be an option. Yeah, I think that one, I thought that was a good idea.
Whatever's wrong with the comms array is spreading.
No, that's not it. So,
Because that's not me eating weird food or anything.
you can head down to the comms control station. And Isaac.
But also a pretty good reward, because, you know, you get more of me. Isn't that what you're here for? More of the me? But yeah, once I can find a permanent wheel spin, I'll like get one set up. I just need to find one where I can actually save it and then like pull it up whenever I need to. And there's gonna be... I'll probably keep hot sauce on there. Oh, speaking of hot sauce, I found out yesterday that the hot sauce I was eating wasn't no... Okay, that just immediately, like, knocks my head off. That's good to know. Wasn't only 1,000 Scoville, or whatever you people were saying it was. It was 3,600. Alright? Yeah, based on the hot sauce challenge that you didn't do, it's not a lot. Oh, you know what? I did my hot sauce challenge. I stared the red devil in his eyes and I ate him. It's a weird thing to say. But I did it. Now that is immortalized for all eternity on YouTube. And the thumbnail makes me look like I'm actually insane. Yeah, I remember you telling me. That feels like a very dumb idea.
Communications log. First comms operator Bailey reporting. I want this on record. The ship is under attack, but Captain Matthias has refused to issue a distress call. And we all know why. This whole operation is illegal. Aegis 7 was sealed off.
Okay. It still sounds like a dumb idea.
Fried. Someone hot-wired.
You can be drunk. You could have been blackout drunk and it's still been a dumb idea.
No, it was sloppy work. Some of the dishes are intact. If I replace them and create a new circuit with no gaps, we could broadcast a signal. Short range only, but it should work.
I say drunk, sober, anything in between.
I'll keep an eye on
It's still stupid. I hear the cat's haul ass behind me somewhere.
Entering zero gravity.
Ow. Who? And... Get fucking black hole, baby. I'm gonna die. There's another one around here somewhere. If I stop moving, he'll shoot. Ah, there he is. Okay, I gotta... I need to... Okay, get rid of you. Can I rotate these at all? I don't think so. Okay, well, take that out and take you out. And where's another one of these that isn't? Nope. Okay, thank God it's not... I don't want to end... I have more than an hour left, thank God. But I was like, man, I don't want this to be the last thing I do. Struggle out a weird satellite puzzle. Okay, so we have to do the L, yeah, this way. The El Bozo one. You go that way, and then we do one of the ups daisies. One of the, no, not you. One of the other ups daisy. No. Also no. Oh, it's got to go to specific. Okay, well that's fine. Then you. And I think you. And I had an extra.
Ready to transmit.
I think you got it. Try opening a channel to the Valor.
You there? Cool.
Exiting zero gravity.
Ah, perfect. Why you got the spooky skull mask, bro? You have to, like, is that standard issue? Do you have to pay extra for that?
We picked up your escape pod number 47 and are en route to your position. This message will repeat every 30 seconds until you respond.
The escape pod.
Oh, fuck. The pod Hammond jettisoned. It had Chip. That creature was inside.
No,
Well,
no.
they all dead.
USM Valor, come in. Come in, Valor. Oh, her signal isn't strong enough.
Can we deploy the long-range antenna?
No, something's blocking the blast doors over the comms array. The hell?
There'll be a manual.
How did nobody notice the giant, like, flesh growth on the outside of the spaceship? These things don't have windows. You can't look outside and be like, huh? Hey, Mike. Come here a second. What? I'm busy. Just come here a second. What? Now, I'm not familiar with these newfangled fancy spaceships here. But are they supposed to have big tumors on the outside of them? You know, I don't believe they are. I don't think so. I'm gonna go get the captain. Where nobody noticed the one that, like, I jettisoned a while back? Just kind of vibing in space, not 100 feet away from the ship? Yeah, I'm glad I picked up the chair of all things. You're having a hard time holding out for the house rule? Well, that's, I mean, that's why it costs what it does. You got a few things. Everyone wants peng. Everybody wants it. Wants peng. You know, there's some options. That's why I set it up like that. What are you tempted to get instead? 'Cause yeah, you haven't made me, like, change my shirt in a while, you know? I just... You... Call me a corporate shill. You know, it just goes to show you. You can be anti-corporate your whole life. You defend one corporation. Suddenly you're a shill. Just like that. How the turntables. Hey, buddy. Part of that is still redeeming. Yeah, I know. You're staying strong. I'm proud of you. Oh, there it is. Final plasma cutter upgrade. You just gotta remember how satisfying it'll be to make me play Doom with, like, only the pistol, or some other ridiculous caveat that I 100% know you can come up with. You just gotta remember how satisfying it'll be when I'm, like, stuck on a boss for 30 minutes. And I'm just... Whoa, hey, buddy. And I'm like, oh, it's because Rocket's making me use this weapon that I hate. I mean, that's fine. There's going to be several hours. Or, like, I think it's Doom 2 or 3. So you have to have, like, a flashlight as a separate weapon, and you could be like, oh yeah, you can only use your flashlight for 5 seconds every 2 minutes. Or something like that. I'm supposed to go. Well, I'm gonna do all this first. Like, you'll have some options. Don't worry, there'll be some good ones.
Error. Blast doors obstructed. Please contact a repair technician.
Still can't reach the Valor. What's happening with the...
How many points do you have?
Blocked by. It's the Leviathan. It must have snagged on the comms array after we spaced it. It's not coming off without a fight.
Isaac, there's no time.
There is if I use the ADS cannons. Manual targeting like before. I can shoot it right off the hull.
You have 12k points? How much is it again?
Will do.
Was it 20 or 25? I can't remember.
Entering vacuum. Entering zero gravity. Manual targeting enabled. Warning. AD
Wait, what? There's 2 of them? I didn't set 2 of them. Oh. I was just more confused than anything. Well, that's not good. I'll say it's only... Wait, did I make it 15k? No, 20. Okay. Well, you're just over halfway there. You know, that's not terrible. Can I get some oxygen anywhere out here? Okay, yeah, I see a thing over there. See, like I told you before, though, the trick is, whenever you go to your meeting, you need to just leave my stream on anyway. Because you lose out on a bunch of points because you gotta, like, dip out for work. Which, I mean, yeah, absolutely, like, don't risk your job to watch my stream. Hold on, our cats are fighting. I gotta go break them up. I actually kind of like that idea of making a limited time one. I might do that. See, the only tricky thing is I have to, you know, it would have to be cheaper by a reasonable amount, and I gotta like stagger the prices out a little. Admittedly, though, I would be very worried about you guys stacking, like... stacking house rules to fuck me over. Oh, what? I say I'd have to look at the other ones I have up just to see, because it has to be. I have to keep it like roughly priced with the same things. You know, I need. That clipped my foot and I disintegrated. Yeah, I'll look at the channel points and I might do that. I might make it just like half the cost. Buys you an hour. Yeah, because I gotta make it economical to the point where it's definitely more worth it to buy the whole stream one. But it's not like a bad deal to buy the other one. We'll see. I'll look at it later. I'll, Yeah, can't be raising prices on the free things you get. But no, yeah, I'll look at it. Well, that was just bad timing. Maybe I'll do a 10K, maybe I'll do 15. Let's get back inside before I choke to death.
Is it dead?
Dead and gone. I'll try the antenna's manual release again.
Do it. I've got a transmission loaded and ready to go.
Exiting zero gravity.
But yeah, I'll look at it because I do like the idea. Honestly, the House Rules one is one of the ones I'm very much looking forward to getting redeemed a lot, just because I do think it will be entertaining. So I might... Oh, that'd be a good one. Because I can set cooldowns on them too. So I might set it at like 10 or 15k or whatever, and then make it redeemable a max of like 4 times a stream with a cooldown of once every hour. So that way, every hour, if you guys wanted to, you could coordinate and make me do, like, a different house rule.
Finally! USM Valor, this is Kendra Daniels.
Oh, that's a really good idea, actually.
Do not open the escape pod. Repeat, do not open that escape pod. Do you read? We're too late.
The Valor!
It's heading right for you!
Brace yourself!
I have to shit-talk the fights and, like, hype myself up going into him. Oh, you stupid motherfucker. Oh, you really gonna come at me like that, huh? Yeah, a whole hour of that won't be insane.
Daniels, what happened? Something shook the whole crew deck. What hit it? An asteroid?
Those things got onto the Valor, a rescue ship. They found your escape pod, and the one that used to be Chen is...
God damn it!
The Valor's scrap. By the time another ship hears the SOS beacon, we'll all be dead.
No, that's what I was telling you. I found an executive shuttle on the crew deck, intact.
And the log says that shuttle's missing its singularity core. It can't get us home.
Wait, maybe it can.
The rest of the stream in a bad Italian accent. Oh, mamma mia! This is a spicy meatball we got ourselves into.
It's near comms.
Oh yeah, we could have some fun. See?
I'll grab a suit and EVA onto the Valor. Meet me there. We'll find that. Let's CEC clean up their own mess. I'm saving one.
Yeah, Cozy's in the other room. Just, God, I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, I actually really like the idea of doing, like, a cheaper one for an hour, but then make it where it only lasts an hour. You can do a max of, like,
Valor's trashed, but I can make it to the bridge.
just a max of one for every hour I'm streaming.
Exiting zero gravity.
Isaac, we have a problem. The Valor's carrying a 12 megaton warhead. The crash hit the torpedo bay hard. I need you to handle that nuke right away before something sets it
But yeah, and that way you guys can...
12 megatons? You know I'm not a nuclear engineer, right?
I don't need you to be. Just stabilize the warhead and eject it away from the Ishimura.
Christ, Hammond.
No one trained you to carve up monsters with a plasma cutter either. You haven't let us down yet.
I timed that real bad. But yeah, that way just every hour you guys could come up with some new way to torture me if you wanted to. Or you could save up your points. One person could save up their points and just, like, harass me in different ways. Really, the options are endless. Alright, well anyways.
The soldiers must have had stasis units on their armor. When they were turned, those units merged right into their bodies. Changed them. They're fucking fast, Isaac. Stay sharp.
Can I not put that back in there now? I permanently disabled myself from going upstairs if I wanted to. Brilliantly done. Okay, apparently I actually need to go upstairs, so... I don't really know what that means for me.
To all hands, we have been boarded by hostile forces. Hostiles are alien. Repeat, alien and extremely dangerous. All personnel to arms. Fire at will.
No, you fire at their arms. He was floating. You just say stuff as you think it? Well... apparently that's Cozy's burden to bear now. Oh, there's... You're coming with me. I don't know if you're bad or not.
Mr. Clark? Hello? I must speak with you.
Who is this?
Dr. Terrence Kine, the Ishimura's chief science officer. I studied the marker for the church.
I'm done talking to unitologists.
But the planet won't rest until the marker is returned. You can't leave.
Watch me.
But yeah, especially like you two going off the other day about all the house rules you're gonna come up with. Should be really entertaining once those start getting cached. Okay, well, I'm dead. I think I got exploded in a nuke. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, no. Okay. I think I just need to sacrifice some bullets and shoot all these to make it easy. feel like this is a very unstable nuke, all things considered.
Contain all explosive materials. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials. Safety clamps disabled. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials.
Oh, okay. You're over there.
Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive.
I want to contain all explosive materials game, but you know, I don't know what I'm doing here. Caution, warhead unstable.
Unstable. Contain all explosive materials.
My back itches. I'm scared. There's an exposed nuke here.
Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials.
Okay, I need power. Oh. More power.
Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials.
I've been doing a lot of Tim Allen impersonations lately.
Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all
Okay, seriously, where do I get a warhead or a power cell though?
Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials.
There's not one in here.
Caution.
Oh yeah, there is, right?
Contain all explosive materials.
Right here. Ahaha. Ahahahahaha game. I wasn't planning on it.
Unstable. Contain all
I was planning on not getting up for the next 45 minutes. Okay, Cozy needs me to get her coffee, so I'll be right back. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Wait, what? Well, I think at some point you have to try to sell a game to make some money on it. I'm not an economist, but I think when you put all your games online for free, um, it's hard for people to pay you money for them. You know, I'm not an economist, but apparently I'm a corporate shill. Um, so I know a little bit about this. I believe in you. I believe that one day you will attempt to sell a game. I also believe that one day it will be worth selling. How much? Okay.
What's out here except us?
Yeah, I know. I'm downloading a munitions.
Yeah, you would.
I'll clear your route to the engine room. Grab that singulated core and let's get out of here.
I won't admit it. I haven't spent my life bemoaning corporations of all kinds just to be called a shill after defending one. That I'm only doing so because of the goodwill they've accumulated over the years. So, when I was getting cozier coffee, I had this thought. Our water filter is right next to the coffee maker. How many times do you think you would have to run coffee through a water filter before it was just water again? And you'll even forget. Well, I don't think you will. Who is hitting me in from... Okay, well, it's dead now. No, not back into the pot, into a water filter. So you make a cup of coffee, and you pour it in like a brittle water pitcher, water filter, and then, you take whatever comes through, and you pour it into another water filter, and then just through water filters. You're probably right. Yeah, you'd probably need like a microfilter or something to get all the coffee particles out. Because they'd be very tiny.
Shooting range online. Caution. Live fire exercise.
This is much harder than on the first one because I gotta go back and forth between the two. Fuck off, little babies.
contact maintenance.
I have so much of this assault rifle ammo to sell as soon as I get a chance. Come at me, bro. Oh, should have came at me. Oh. Hey, lady, how'd you get on TV? Oh, well, that insta-killed me. It's trying to lure them back through it, and it did not work. Well, you know what? You live, you laugh, you learn. You get Loves. Loves, S.C. Johnson, a family company. Hold on, did I get everything? That's... Save me? Yeah, I did. I don't know why you, like, ran back. Hit that a little too late. Oh well. Oh my god. Bruh. You got fucked upon. Okay. Where are we going?
Isaac, you hearing this? It's Chen. There, on the rig link. Did I lock him in alive?
Chen's dead. You know that.
I know my own fucking corporal. Chen, come in.
Okay, well, Chen, could you tell Hammond that he's lost it, please? Imagine if he was alive. Like, you get transformed into a necromorph, but then you still gotta go to your regular job. They got, like, a specially made keyboard for you to type at with your giant knife hand, so you're just like... Fucking hate Mondays. Take a drink of coffee from your specially shaved mug. Is Chen gonna show up, and is he gonna be like a mini-boss? That'd be pretty cool. Is it me? Am I the biohazard? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh man. Oh no, 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 no. Get off of me. Oh no. You're real fast until you get hit, and then you just go real slow like everything else. Or disintegrate into soup when I hit you with the force cannon. I got a gun that'll soupify enemies. Oh, okay, well that's no bueno. Oh, he's dead. Alright, good.
The Valor's munition log. It wasn't just a nuke. They came loaded for war. Seek and destroy.
They're gonna seek and destroy us.
Knew about the Ishimura. Someone knew. We were all dead from the moment we arrived.
Skittle, bruh, chill out. Bruh, bruh, bruh. I feel like just saying bruh. Just saying bruh to the dog as he barks is one of the least effective ways to get him to stop. Does that mean I'm gonna quit doing it? No. Okay. That killed me real quick. That got me real fast. Like real fast. Okay, I didn't realize I was right here. Gets burned to death. Okay, well don't walk into the fire, I've learned. Spawns in. Huh, where am I at? Oh, hey, fire! Ah! That's how I do. Okay, let me... You come with me. I feel like I will need your assistance, Box. Wait. Okay, well, that was... Okay. Casually burning alive. As I do. How I do. That's okay. Okay, now all the fires turned off. Everybody want to stop showing up to fuck with me now? Thank you. I appreciate it.
Unknown biohazard detected. Lockdown initiated.
No, what? Oh, hey, Hammond.
Function. Athe Shimura's in the red. Someone get the door open. Chen? Christ, what did that thing do to you? Help me get him to the Kelly. Shoot him. It's not Chen. Shoot him!
Oh, you had a good run, Hammond. I like how they say Hammond Death Scream. Alright, well, he went out a lot cooler than he did in the first game, I'll tell you that for free. Push the guy into the Singularity Core with him.
Hammond's vitals, they just flatlined.
Hammond's gone. Hammond shit.
Oh my god.
That's pretty cool. He got liquefied.
Batter's gonna blow. Go!
I'm working on it. I was gonna save first, lady.
Warning. Primary systems failure. Evacuate immediately. Primary systems failure.
Go, 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 run! I need to go this way.
Heat exchanger offline. Warning. Heat exchanger offline.
Buddy, get back here. We can make it together.
Warning. Heat exchanger offline.
I'm human. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me.
Warning. Critical overload in main electrical grid.
Go ahead and save that again. I think we've got like two and a half hours of the game left. Bonk. Which is a little irritating because I like...
Incoming debris. Sealing blast door.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. A lot of the time it'll be like if there's an event going on in town or something, you have to book both nights of the event.
Isaac, come in.
I'm here. Fuck, that was close.
Chen, Johnston, now Hammond. And I'm tracking movement from the Valor. I think some of those mutated soldiers made it on board. What about the Valor's Singularity Core?
It's covered in blood, but I got it. God. I hope Hammond
Yeah,
shuttle.
He said it
There's like a music festival that happens near us. Like whenever that goes on, you have to book 2 nights.
Wait, someone's opened the door near the bridge atrium? It'll get you to the crew deck, but who's left with that kind of clearance? Isaac, something's up, but we have to get that shuttle. For God's sake, be careful. We're all that's left.
Exiting zero gravity.
It'd just be like that sometimes. Usually when they do that, they know they're going to make more money on people having to book 2 nights. Because typically, there's enough people who will book the 2 nights. And if not, they'll just wait till the day of and then get rid of that restriction. So they say they have 20 rooms left to sell. Like, say it's on a Friday and Saturday, for example, because that's usually when this happens. Say they have 20 rooms left to sell Friday night. And they'll be like, you know what? Scrap the 2-day minimum. If people want a room for the night, just sell the room. And again, usually they'll sell. What's crazy to me is, like, you know, I'll explain that to people, and they're like, hey, it's a 2-night minimum. What's going on with that? I'll be like, oh, you know, it's the concert or whatever. You got to get both nights of the event. They'll be like, oh, okay. They'll book both nights. Whether or not they're going to the event, they book both nights. And then a lot of times they'll come to check out the next day, and they'll be like, okay, we're going to leave. I'm like, all right, you're still going to be charged for tonight. But why? We're not staying. 2-night minimum. You have to book and pay for both nights. But we're not staying in the room. I don't care if you're staying in the room. You're paying for both nights. Well, if we're going to be charged anyway, we might stay then. Okay. That's fine. You have the room for 2 nights. You can stay here if you want, or you can go if you want. Well, if we leave now, can we maybe get like a 20% discount on the room? No. You can pay for both nights. That's not being a corporate shill. That's people annoying me at my job and me punishing them for it. That's people who see me, like, sitting down, reading a book. Yeah, don't. That's honestly the #1 rule of staying at a hotel. Be nice to the front desk. I've given people free upgrades just because they laughed at a joke I made really hard. Or I liked a joke that they made. I've also put in 3 a.m. wake-up calls for people because they've been, like, kind of rude to me. I'd be like, oh, well. And it's like, oh, sorry, system glitched. It happens sometimes. And it's actually kind of funny because I'm not, like, rude to people, but I'm at a point in my career, and it feels weird to say that, where I'm not fakely pleasant, right? I'm nice, I'm polite, but I'm not like, oh, ho, ho, welcome to the hotel. Are you ready for the best night of your life? I don't do that. You know, I do my job well. So that way there's no mistakes whenever you, like, get charged or anything. Yeah, tell you what, you work at a hotel for a month, and then you can lecture me on stuff. I got that bad bitch decked out. Yeah, you work at a hotel for a month, and then you can talk to me about things. But yeah, I'm just not like fakely polite to people anymore. But the other day, I was checking somebody in, and you know, I was just doing my job, but the guy was like, "Hey, can I get a room on the first floor?" No, sorry, I was just like, "Nope, we don't have enough rooms on the first floor. We're only pet friendly on the first floor, so I gotta save them." And like a couple of other questions, he's like, "Are you always this polite?" And I'm like, "No, some days I'm just downright unpleasant." Yeah, you get people like that sometimes. I usually don't smile. The only time I smile is when I'm making a joke and I want the other person to laugh. Otherwise, I'm just like, hey, yeah, what's up? Because the way I look at it, we both have better things we'd rather be doing, right? You didn't come to the hotel to stand up at the front desk and talk to me for, 2 hours. If you did, that's weird. Please stay at a different hotel. But you came to the hotel, presumably, to check into your room, leave, and go do other things. So I'm just helping to facilitate that by getting you checked in as quickly as I can. You don't want to be standing down there talking to me for too long. I would rather be reading my book than have you down at the desk talking to me for over long.
Clearance confirmed.
There's hotels Bo I've googled have been next to roads. What? Like right next to the road? Well, yeah. My guy, how do you expect to get to them? Yeah, she got a 5-star review for her shop. I mean, she has a lot, yeah. Didn't you get one that was like 5 stars, I already have a door, or something like that? Something just absolutely wild. Yeah, I have 5 stars, I have a door at home. Oh yeah, the hotel I work at, I could throw a rock out of our back parking lot and it would land on the interstate. That's just how some of them are. And actually, for a lot of hotels, that's really good. Because you can see it from the interstate. Because think about it, it's 7 to 12 o'clock at night. You're driving down the road, you're tired. You see Ramada, Best Western, Hilton, whatever. Right next to the, right there. You're like, hey, get off at this next exit, circle around. Yeah, brag about having a door, why don't you? 5 stars, I have a door at home. Okay, lady, we all have doors at home. I would hope. Man, are you one of those people who's like, oh, my room is facing the interstate, I can't sleep? Man, it's a good thing you never stayed at the hotel I worked at. No, actually, that one doesn't bother me as much because I know some people legitimately just can't sleep like that. usually move you across the hall. Well, like I said before, like, if you legitimately can't sleep, just tell the front desk. Or whenever you're checking in, just be like, hey, I can't sleep if my room's facing the interstate. Can I get a room, like, across the hall, or, like, facing not the interstate? Normally, if they have it, they'll just be like, yeah, no problem. Here you go. Just make sure you say that to them after or before you check in. Because it's 1,000 times easier to deal with that problem before you're checked in than afterwards. Or, you know, if it's noisy because of people, we can get onto the people who are making it noisy. The front desk can actually kind of do a lot. Because, you know, it's our job. Come on, give me another ball. Like, I generally don't like doing stuff at my job and will mock people who complain. Well, not mock, but like, ah, of course. Something's always going on. But still, if people are being loud, like, I'll take care of it. But yeah, if you're having a problem, legitimately just, like, tell the front desk. They'll fix it. How long does this go on for? Like, how many levels of Z-Ball are there? Okay. I get to level 7, does it? I don't think I'm gonna make it to level 7. Okay. Do I get anything for that? Okay, cool.
Exiting zero gravity.
Oh, I guess I'm missing one thing. Why is ammunition for an assault rifle one of the prizes you get for playing 0G basketball? Why is that just a thing? Because normally, nobody would need that, right? So why is that a prize now? It's kind of weird. Oh, I need...
Entering zero gravity.
Will this start me at level 7? No, I am not waiting. Okay. That's fine.
Zero gravity.
What do we got? 5 minutes? I probably need to stop. I gotta go to work. I don't want to go to work. I want to stay here and play video games with you guys. Way more fun. Wow, alright. Well, even the game's telling me game over. So, you know, you can't really argue with that one, right? I guess we'll run back to the save spot and... And we got a couple people here. You can use another 2K, so I gotta stay. You son of a bitch. Well, the good news is, I'll be back tomorrow. Just stream a blank screen. You know, when I had my laptop, I did actually stream from work a couple of times on days it was real slow. It wasn't actually too bad, in all honesty. Who knows? Maybe if I get a laptop again, we can do some of those at some point in time. Do some work streams, because I know my boss doesn't care. As long as I'm checking people in and doing my job, he doesn't really care what I do in the intermittent. Cumulatively. That's what I was trying to say earlier, right? Cumulatively? Am I saying it right now? Cumulatively? Oh, cumulative? Okay, no, I'm not. Quit. I'm done. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. I always appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow. We're going to be playing Teardown tomorrow, which is like a voxel destruction game, kinda. I'm gonna point this up a little bit so the top of my head's not getting cut off. I don't know how that happened. That's better. But yeah, we're gonna be playing that tomorrow. I have not played it before. I think I've seen some gameplay of it. It looks kind of neat. So I figured it'd be fun to play for a few hours. I guess since it says there's 4 of us here total, counting me and Cozy, I don't think I'm going to stream or raid out to anybody. Just because there's not really be waiting for like one person to show up possibly, so I'm not gonna do that today. I only like to do that if there's actually a few people here to do that. So I'm just gonna call it there. Have a great night, everybody. Adios. And like I said, I will catch you tomorrow with some teardown.